Quixote said, "Forewarned, forearmed, to be prepared is half the victory." I'm sharing a reading experience. I took down some notes from Build Your Family Bank by Emily Griffith Hamilton, and I'm sharing them with you now. I hope you listen and receive something worthwhile from this. Remember, these are just my notes, not necessarily a report of what the book is about. It may not even be the words or thoughts of the author. Rather, these are notes that I gleaned or thought about while reading. These notes are what caught my interest because the ideas expanded my knowledge or made me think, reflect, or ponder in some way. This video might inspire you to read what I did. It's my hope that you'll search for the best books and gain information and ideas to help you to become a better person. The more you read, the better you'll think. And the better you think, the more you'll be able to face life's challenges successfully. Most professionally advised succession and wealth transition plans fail. The failure rate for succession and wealth transition plans is 70% in each generation, giving the rise to the saying, button collars to shirtless in 3 generations. Successful families, on the other hand, have been using the family bank approach for generations. It's difficult to solve a problem without knowing what caused it. The result of traditional wealth transition plans are as follows: 30% manage to succeed in traditional wealth transition. The 70% that fail occur for the following reasons: 42% fail due to a breakdown in communication and trust. Communication must be open to prevent distorted thinking. When everyone knows their ideas have been thoughtfully considered, there's a real sense of fairness in the process. 18% fail due to unprepared heirs. Anymore, we don't use the term broke or out of money. Instead, we hear the word debt or indebted. If you prepare all your family, they can enjoy swinging from the trees rather than left hanging. 8% fail due to a lack of mission or a lack of consent to the mission. Having a well crafted mission and vision for the future by all involved is fundamental to the successful development of the family bank. The succession plan will be successful only if everyone affected is pulling in the same direction. This is an important concept. Fair does not mean equal. 2% fail due to failures of professionals. Rather than beginning with a lawyer and accountants, begin with your family to build a solid foundation of values and vision. If you do get a financial product, be sure you fully understand it and you commit to it. If you don't fully understand it, don't buy into it. Each generation must work for the human and intellectual benefit of future generations. In order for wealth to move from one generation to another, control must be shared in age appropriate ways. You must prepare younger members in their future roles and responsibility as a future family bank member so they can lead successful, independent lives. They need to be taught to be successful stewards rather than have you paying outside people to control them. Wealth is more than material assets, but it also includes a spiritual life, health, type of employment, and admiration and respect. All these are best taught in the home. Nurturing human capital is paramount. You must recognize the importance of each family member and help them find dignity and a sense of purpose in their life by what they do. A life spent pursuing one's own goals and dreams allows the person to create the life of their own making. All work is of equal value to the growth of the family human capital, regardless of the financial reward. The family member's pay is no indication of the true value of the individual's work or the worth to the family or to the family bank or to society at large. James Baldwin taught, children have never been good at listening to their elders, but they have never failed to imitate them. The family, who is on the same page and working together, is much more powerful than any individual. The family must decide on the purpose of their family's financial capital. When the family sees its purpose as nurturing and supporting each individual and finding their individual calling in life, its human and intellectual capital increases. If you only focus on financial goals, don't be surprised when the next generation becomes Gucci loafers. Capable people often become dependent on trust fund handouts and fail to pursue a meaningful independent life. Children must be taught that there are no free rides. Trust funds are always complicated and often stifle family cohesiveness. Trust funds are controlled handouts that only beguile the younger generation into a life of dependency and entitlement. It is better to teach the next generation so that they become a sibling partnership in the stewardship of the family, where each member has unique strengths and weaknesses. For that reason, each member will require a different level of support from the family. The expectations of the next generation are managed as everyone learns what is expected of them and what kind of support they can expect. Policies must be established well in advance so as to ease any possible tension, favoritism, or fairness that may come up in the future. Many think that once they have their will in place, that's the end. The will, when you are first married, should be changed when you have children. Your will should be changed again when you have young adults, and then again when they have lives of their own. In the same way, the shape and composition of the family bank should change. In the first generation, the owner founder structure can be informal. For the second generation, you need a sibling partnership. For the third generation, you start to form a cousin consortium with a formal structure. You want to start the formalized structure complete with regular meetings and minutes when the member size reaches over 10 people. At this size, there needs to be a formalized governance structure with shared values and mission. The governance must have a shared purpose and an agreed upon process and the creation of policies. Goals set up by the family bank are what propels the plans forward. Without everyone being clear about what they are trying to achieve, unresolved issues, no matter how petty, become destroyers of succession and wealth transition plans. With plans in place, the family bank financed education and business endeavors for many generations to come. Understand that the family bank is not used as an institution of handouts, but is a place of low cost loans with better terms than can be found elsewhere. In this way, the well will not run dry. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, it was nice being with you.